Today I'm going to share with you 3 pieces of advice that I wish someone would have told me when I was going through school and when I was just getting started. Number 1, and that is this: figure out exactly who you are and what your strengths are early on. You see, most people, they teach you to work on your weaknesses. I don't believe in that. I believe if you spend your life working on your weaknesses, at the end of your life, you have a lot of strong weaknesses, right? And what we want to do is to figure out who we are, what we are good at, what we are naturally good at. Chances are those are the things that we enjoy doing, that we have a passion for, right? Then you 1 or 2 things that you want to focus on, and you want to put all your energy into that, and you get exceptionally good. When you get exceptionally good, what happens is the marketplace will compensate you for it. So I think I see a lot of young people, they struggle because they say to me, well, Dan, I really don't know what I'm good at, or I don't know what I should focus on. I don't know what career I should focus on. Well, chances are, if you don't know what you need to focus on, you have not tried enough things, right? Because imagine if you're playing sports, right? Well, should you play basketball? Should you play tennis? Should you play ping pong? Should you play golf? Well, if you have not tried different types of sports, how do you know which one you are naturally good at and which one you enjoy? So instead of just thinking about, okay, I guess that's what I like, try things, experiment, right? Test new things. Once you've tried enough things, then you know what? Definitely I know these things I'm not interested in, and these are the few things that I think I'm good at. And you put a little bit more time into it. And naturally you'll see that, hey, what comes easy for you might not be so easy for others. That's when you know you found your thing, right? That's your strength, that you're naturally good at something that other people are not good at. So advice number 1, figure out who you are and what strength you have, and focus all your energy on that 1 or 2 things. Advice number 2, and that is work for skills, don't work for paycheck. You see, a lot of graduates, they graduate from school and they say, hey, I want to make sure I pick a job that pays me the most, right? Whoever pays me the most, this pays an extra $1 per hour, I'm going to take that job. No, don't do that, because that's very short-term thinking. When you work for a paycheck or when you work for money, you're always making decisions based on you get paid a little extra versus what's the overall vision you have for your life. Just because your parents tell you that you should take that job, you should focus on that career, or your friends are studying certain subject and then you say, you know what, maybe I should study that too, or a lot of people are studying computer science, maybe I should get into computer science. Well, may not be the case, right? What are you good at? What do you love? But at the same time, work for skills. You see, most people who are struggling financially, they want more income without skills. You do not have an income problem, you have a skill problem, because the marketplace is always willing to pay for people with talents and skills. Work on your skills, work for skills. Pick an industry, pick a company, pick someone that you could learn from. Don't just work for the paycheck, work for skills. Advice number 3, and that is think long-term, not short-term. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of young people make, sometimes on social media, sometimes some of them I have done business with, they have a very short-term mentality, right? They're trying to make a quick buck, they're trying to get rich quick. A lot of decisions that they make, I could see that it's very naive, and a lot of those because they don't think long-term. When I was young, when I was going to school, the first 5 years of my life, when all my friends are going out there drinking, partying, chasing girls, and just wasting time, for the first 5 years of my career, I didn't take a single day off. I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, every single day. In my 1-bedroom apartment with my mom, right? Staying with my mom, working in my room, studying, working, and learning. And that was it. I paid the price early, while all my friends were doing something else. So you have to understand that there's a price that you've got to pay, and you have to think a little bit long term. So don't get frustrated when you look at people from social media and say, oh, this person's got this kind of lifestyle and he's successful, she's successful, and this and that. And you think it to yourself, oh, I want to get there. I want to get there in 6 months. I want to get there in 1 year. You're not going to get there in 6 months. You're not going to get there in 1 year. You have to adjust your expectations. Now, it doesn't mean you don't have that sense of urgency. Take your time. Jack Ma from Alibaba has a 102-year business plan. 102 years. That's why he's Jack Ma. He thinks long term. He's not thinking about doing things where, oh, being very reactive, this is what I want to do. No. What's my plan? This is where I want to get to. What do I need to do today? What skill sets do I need to acquire today? Who do I have to be today? What habits I need to develop today that will set me up for the success in the future? If you only look at that, you always get frustrated because you're looking at where you are, you're never good enough. You think you're never good enough. Don't focus on that, right? A tree becomes a huge tree not overnight. Years and years of nurturing. Years. And the first few years is like this tall. But when it grows strong, it's a different story. So figure out where do you want to be. If this is where you want to be, and this is your goal, your long-term vision, then you reverse engineer, figure out who do you have to be today to get that, right? What new skills do you need to acquire? What new habits do you need to develop in order to attain that goal? Does that make sense?